What's up, everybody? My name is Miss Riley, and welcome to the Home Show. Everybody say it with me. Home Show, Home Show, Home Show. Guys, it's going to be so fun today, and we are so glad that you joined. Today, we're going to learn about Moses. Maybe you've heard of Moses, but do you know that when Moses was a baby, he actually floated down a river in a basket? What? How did that happen? I don't know. We're about to learn right now, so let's all check it out.
Hey, church kids! It is so good to see all of you. How have you been? How you doing? What's new in your life? You guys look great. Well, if you don't know me, my name is Miss Lily. I'm so excited to do the story for you today. Before we get into that, it's time for Question of the Week. The question of the week is, have you ever been so scared to the point where you don't want to do something? Has it been the first day of school? Maybe you're nervous who's in your class. Or maybe it's the first time you rode a roller coaster and you did something that was really scary. Church kids, when I was about your age, I went on a family vacation to Hawaii. I was so excited because, of course, Hawaii. Sunshine, warm, sandy beaches. I got to make my favorite thing on earth, sand castles. Well, we were at the beach one day, and my dad thought it was the best idea ever to rent some boogie boards, which is my idea of surfing, but it's like totally not like surfing. A boogie board is where you get to lay on your chest and you let the waves just take you on a nice ride. We were really excited, and I was super pumped to go. But then I thought, no, Dad, I'm sorry, I can't go. And they were like, why, Lily? What's going on? You love swimming. Yeah, well, it's true. I do love swimming. I'm a pretty good swimmer. I'm not afraid of the ocean, but I said, I don't think I can make it out there with you guys. And the reason why, church kids, was because I was afraid of fish. If you're thinking, did she just say fish? Yes, fish. I'm scared of fish. I know it's crazy, but it's actually true. I'm actually scared that fish would surround my entire body and attack me, or they would kiss me, or they would glide past me. The whole idea just kind of freaked me out. But my dad said, Lily, it's okay. There's not a ton of fish, and if there are fish, they're way out, beyond where we were swimming. So I said, okay, I'll go with you, but if I see any fish, I'm turning around. Well, I was boogie boarding with my family, and I kept looking down to see if there were any fish around me. There wasn't. My dad said, Lily, it's okay. We're having fun. And we kept doing it, and church kids, eventually, it was really, really fun. Well, in Church Kids, we have been talking about stories that have pointed us to Jesus. We have learned about Adam and Eve. We have learned about Abraham and his miracle baby Isaac. And then when Isaac grew up and got married, he had a baby named Jacob. And when Jacob grew up, he had a baby named Joseph. And then basically from that point on, they had this huge family, and they were living in Egypt. Church kids, that's where our story starts, in Egypt. Many years later, there was a king. And kings in Egypt, they were called pharaohs. Well, the pharaoh actually hated God's people, the Israelites. So he made a rule that if any Israelites had a baby girl, it would be okay. But if there were any baby boys, they would be killed. And church kids, in Exodus 2:1-3, it says, about this time, a man and woman from the tribe of Levi got married. The woman became pregnant and gave birth to a son. She saw that he was a special baby and kept him hidden for 3 months. But when she could no longer hide him, she got a basket made of papyrus, reeds, and waterproofed it with tar and pitch. She put the baby in the basket and laid it among the reeds along the bank of the Nile River. Church kids, they had a baby, and that baby's name was Moses. They were so scared that they had their baby boy hidden for 3 months. That's a long time to hide a baby. That she did the only thing that would save her baby. She put him in a basket and sailed him along the Nile River. She was so scared, church kids, but she had to trust that God had a plan for her baby and that her baby would be okay. So we have a baby, little baby Moses, riding in the basket along the Nile when someone sees him. Guess who it was? It was the Pharaoh's daughter. So Moses just went from a baby boy, almost about to be killed if someone found him, to now a baby in the king's family. Well, he grew up in the king's family, and years later, Moses saw an Egyptian soldier being horribly rude to one of Moses' people that Moses got so angry, he actually ended up killing this Egyptian soldier. He felt horrible, he didn't know what to do, so he ran for his life into the wild. And when he ran into the wild, then years pass, he's now left Egypt and his family. He is on a mountain, watching sheep, living his new life. But back in Egypt, nothing's changed. Israelite people had become slaves, and it broke God's heart. So Moses was watching the sheep. God knew that in the back of his head, he had to do something. He had to talk to Moses. So up on that mountain, trying to get Moses' attention, Moses turns around and he sees a burning bush. Now, when you and I think of burning bush, thinking about a burning bush right now, I think smoke, flames, it smells like fire, things around it are burning. But this burning bush was different because there was a bush, there was fire, but nothing was burning. The leaves weren't burning, it didn't smell like fire, but it got Moses' attention. And God said, Moses, you have to go back to Egypt and talk to the Pharaoh to let my people go. And Moses was like, what's going on? Like, I can't go back to Egypt. I can't talk to the Pharaoh. I'm scared. And in Exodus 3:12, Jesus said, I will be with you. And this is your sign that I am the one who has sent you. When you have brought the people out of Egypt, you will worship God at this very mountain. So, of course, Moses listens to God. And as scared as he is, Moses goes back to Egypt, the place where he ran from. And he took so much convincing, and he talked to the Pharaoh and had him change his mind and free God's people. Church kids, when we get faced with scary things, which of course will happen, whether they're small or big, whatever it might be, we have the ability to trust that God will always be with us every step of the way. So, did you think that Moses' mom was absolutely terrified to give up her baby and have her baby go down the river? Yes. Do you think that Moses was scared to talk to the Pharaoh after he had left for so many years? Absolutely. But they have something in common. They trusted in God, that God would take them every step of the way. So the next time you feel scared, whatever it might be, trust that God is right there with you because God loves you. He's our best friend forever, and he will always be by your side.
That was an awesome story, guys. We had so much fun today. But did you know that the fun continues throughout the week? We have these awesome faith-based encouraging stories that you can listen to wherever you are, whether you're at home or on the go, wherever. Do you want to have weekly service with your friends? Well, get all your friends together and download our toolkit that has fun games and activity pages and discussion questions. Find out about this and more at churchome.org/kids. We love you guys so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye.